Hello and welcome to our today's program, Youth Round the Table. My name is Tasila Mvula, and of course, I'm not alone in the studio. I am with Tasheni. Is it? Yeah, Mlenga and Aubrey.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the team for today. Yes, and we've got a very interesting topic today. We're talking about mental health and spirituality. Mostly this is a topic, I think you guys agree with me, it's a topic that people are not ready to talk about, but it has affected a lot of people. So you as a Christian and as a youth, what do you think, and what are the measures that you have to take, especially if you are a Christian? I believe we're all Christians here, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's dive into it. So guys, straight to our topic of today, mental health. What do we understand about it? What do we start from?
Ladies first.
No, start with the complaining. Are you ready to take up the...
Definitely, since I'm a gentleman, I'll break the ice.
Okay.
So basically, I think mental health is a topic that is very broad and huge. However, we can break it down as just having a mind that lacks anxiety, and actually taking care of the mind itself, because bantu tizo the mental health kapani abakakupanya to break everything else, but initially it's a broad thing that we can discuss, and then how do we look at it as a society from the grassroots itself, not just from the definition of the book itself. And I think for me, I'll just say mental health is it's more like the way we take care of our body and going to the gym. I think we need to take care of our mind in such a way so that we can, even as we talk about it today, I'm sure it's gonna help a lot of you understand it better. Yeah,
exactly.
I think, the ladies can take it out now.
And the fact that the Bible in Philippians 4:6-7 encourages us not to be worried or anxious about anything, but instead through prayer, petition, and of course with thanksgiving, present our worries or our requests to God through Christ. This is a spiritual aspect. Yes. So now I'd love to know where, this mental health kind of a thing, and where do they coordinate with the spiritual aspect?
Thank you very much, Tasila. So, most Christians or people of faith fail to talk about mental health because they feel like when they talk about mental health, it's a sign that they do not trust God or they don't have that faith in God. But one thing that we need to understand is mental wellness and Christianity go hand in hand. We need to acknowledge that. This is why in 1 Peter 5:7 it says, cast your anxiety to him because he loves you. So even in the Bible, God cares about our mental health.
Yes.
So we need to understand that it is okay to be a Christian and to go through mental health issues.
Exactly.
It is also okay to talk about them.
Exactly.
Just because we are talking about them does not mean we do not have faith in God. The same way we go to the hospital when we are sick physically, is the same way it is okay to seek help when we are having mental health challenges. Yes, please.
Oh, wow. Tashani, come on, my girl.
Where does Christianity marry with mental health? I think the only way that you can heal, because mental health is a lot. There's stress, in the end, stress comes to church.
Exactly.
We have leaders that get stressed by, church members. So for you to no, not even so I think the only way, be it stress, be it depression, I think the problem is we've only categorized mental health as something like depression. You can only say somebody is not mentally okay if maybe they're depressed, something that you can easily see. But there are a lot of things when it comes to there's depression, there's stress, there's anxiety. So for you to be able to cope with all these things that come with like mental health issues, you need to be a prayerful person.
Exactly.
Because the only way you can deal with depression is taking it to God. Because some of us, that's the only way we heal.
I love the fact that you've talked about God, because most of the times, yes, you can open up to somebody, but there's just that relief that comes when you're in the presence of God, and you just feel like opening up to God. So this is what I'm going through. And we all know that we always get our solutions from God. So there is no any other place that we can run to. Yes, you need friends, you need family. And one thing about mental health, because most of the times you have talked about depression and stuff like that, when you mention mental health, people, the first thing that will come, apparently kufunda or something. Especially there are people that are just naturally introverts, like they're not too social. And those are the people that get affected most, because why it's difficult for them to just like open up. Yes, for you. So what advice can you just give to such a person?
People that are not able to open up.
Those introverts and stuff like that.
So you see, if you're shy or you're not able to open up to people, we have priests at our church that offer counseling. You can go for counseling. You can go to your nearest health facility where counseling is free. It's very much free. So if you're scared to say, when you open up to your friend, if I open up to Tasila, she's going to judge me. She's going to know azaziwa tinashta vaso. You can go. Or if you're scared, parish priest baniziwa nikabauza, you can still go to the nearest parish that's close by, or you can go to a facility. You need to open up. The only way you can deal with mental stress or mental illness is through opening up. That's the first step. Acceptance and opening up. So you open up about your situation and you accept it to say, this is what I'm going through. And then from there, you can start the healing process. That's the advice I have.
My brother there.
I think for me, first of all, is the fact that we are lucky that we're talking about mental health, and we are lucky that we're talking about it from a Christian point of view.
Exactly.
Because I think society itself does not give a platform like the church. Because there are people who have mental breakdowns in the society, and then they're just looked upon like, but for us in the church, we have got where we can run to, you know. Apart from the Bible itself, we've got, for instance, the matrons and patrons amongst the youths, people who have seen these problems that we are facing. I think the first thing is when you notice that you have a particular illness. Sometimes you may not notice, but probably if your friends notice also. As friends, we need to also look out to our friends, because some of us that are in this advocacy of mental health, we can tell our particular people on how they behave. Like one said, there's just something that has changed. Like you approach, you know. I'll tell you that the same way we go for confession when we have got our sins. I think it's the same way we should look at mental health. Like, okay, but okay, can I talk to this priest? You know, this is how. And once, like she had said, once you accept first of all, and then the next process is opening up. And I think the best person for me, I would advise, especially the youths in the church, is to open up to a priest. And I think most of our priests are very open people. And because if you can go for confession with them, I think it wouldn't be a hard thing for us to open up on our mental health to them.
Okay.
But for me, I think I'll say something a little bit different. I'm not one that likes opening up. I'm not one that likes opening up because I was once a victim where I opened up to somebody that I trusted. I just said it from someone. So for me, I've learned how to I call it self-healing. Yes, I call it self-healing. Most of the time when I break down, I'm not okay, I would rather just read my Bible, and my diary is my best friend.
Okay.
I like writing down things. However, I will write it down. If it's crying, I'll cry. I'll pray to God. For me, that has worked out. It's not really like opening up, because I'm one person that doesn't like opening up. So, yeah. But that helps as well.
Yeah, but I think from your point of view, I think the question that she asked was people like you who don't eat.
So she's speaking on behalf of
so now, already she found a solution to accept her situation.
Exactly.
You know, so I think the hardest point is not accepting the situation.
Exactly.
So if there's someone like who's in a situation, I'm sure they have learned something from it. Yeah. So I think, because I'll tell you, me, I'm a loud guy.
Okay.
But I'm a loud guy, but I'm also an introvert on certain things. You understand? So that doesn't basically mean just because I'm a loud guy, then I do not have mental health issues. And actually, the people who are more loud, because like the way she said, I'll cry to God, because you know that's your weakness. But for some of us who are strong physicality, are the ones actually who are going through, and you discover, even give you encouragement and everything else. But I think the first thing is acceptance. Once you accept, you say, okay, we've much take. Then the Bible gives us references to our situations.
Exactly.
We go to the Bible, okay, and references. Me, I enjoy talking to priests because I think that's where my healing comes from.
Okay.
They don't judge my talkative.
Yeah, you won't hear it from
Opening up doesn't only mean you have to talk to somebody. There's so many ways you can open up.
Okay.
When we say you open up, it just mean wachichosa. Yes, wachichosa kuvutima.
Kuchichosa, yeah.
Actually, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a way of opening up.
Okay,
There are some
lovely.
people like me who scream.
Oh,
Go to a quiet place and just scream my lungs out. I just want to.
I love that.
There are some people that are going to cry. So when we say you need to be opening up, we just mean to say chichose.
Chichose.
However way I'm going to move
best.
it, but yeah, you need to find the best that's going to work for you. But chachoka, you know.
Yeah.
So find a way that's going to work for you. If it's talking to a priest, talking to a counselor, talking to a friend, writing it down, screaming, sleeping, crying. Find a way to just
Let it out. Yeah.
let it go.
Okay, so mostly we've talked about opening up, we've talked about acceptance. You know, it's easy for you to say, no, accept. That's a very difficult thing to do sometimes, yeah?
Yes.
So, like, how well can, a person easily accept the situation, say, okay, I think this is what I'm going through, and it's high time I accept, say, okay, this is what's going on in my mind and in my life. How easy can that be?
I'll start. I think from the men's point of view, okay, situations vary. From what really triggered the mental illness. So zapeza kati, for instance, maybe ngati niravu nikagiro kana nipwanya mti. So when you have that mental breakdown, the first thing is what solutions are there. So from the guy's point of view, zangara chata zama cheko yaka.
Yeah.
And reach a point where by now the beer stops working.
Oh yeah.
It no longer works. You can drink a whole bottle of Jameson. Doesn't
Yes.
kick.
You see?
So now there you say, okay, then if this beer is not working, what would be the best solution for me to sort out this issue?
You just reminded me of the comment that I saw. It's like, I was actually drinking to forget about her, but I ended up drinking too much. Like I started remembering.
So now you see, depending on the situation, so now you discover by going that direction, some people don't reach a level where they accept now to say, apoko moso sevenza. Let me find the proper solution. In the end, if you don't accept, you now create two problems. You become an alcoholic and you have a mental issue. You understand? So now there's a point where all of us will go through in this situation. For instance, it might be unemployment. You are fired today. It's not easy to accept unemployment.
Exactly.
But with time, there's a point now where you realize, okay, but I think can I go and work on something else? And it's not easy. We're not saying we're superhumans and it's easy. It's gonna be hard, but at least you need to reach a level whereby you accept. Okay, can I no longer do this? Then you focus on a positive thing that can help me. What's a positive thing? Okay, maybe let me talk to someone. Say, okay, and I think that's the best direction for me.
Okay.
Because healing is easy. It's a lie. It's a lie.
For me, I would say accepting when something happens is the hardest thing that one can do. That's why it's the first step to healing, acceptance.
Oh yeah.
So one of the things that you can do or that can help you to accept a situation is self-identity. You need to know yourself. I know myself to say, I'm Mutale, I'm capable of doing this, and you need to constantly remind yourself. So when you find yourself in a situation, I need to constantly remind myself to say, this is not me. Sindini, this is not me. So, because I know myself, I'm going to accept to say, how did I get to this point? How did I get to a point where I'm constantly anxious, I am stressed, I am depressed? How did I get to this point? So by constantly reminding myself to say, no, this is not who I am, I'm already accepting to say, I have drifted away. Sindini, So at least that's also going to help me accept the situation. Because manje naona huyu muntu huyu so it's going to help you start accepting slowly by slowly because you know yourself. So if you don't know yourself, it's very easy for you to get into depression, like severe depression, without even you realizing to say you're depressed. The day you're going to wake up and you'll be like, because you don't know yourself. So it's very important to know yourself. Know yourself to say, this is me, this is what I want. So that the moment something just sapato goes,
Exactly.
you'll be able to tell
You know, this is not me.
No, it's not me. It's not me.
Sashan.
Acceptance.
Yes, acceptance.
Something that is very, very hard. One of the hardest steps when it comes to healing, especially if you are dealing with something like childhood trauma, PTSD, maybe you've been sexually harassed before. That is something that can be very hard. But one thing that has helped me to always accept if things just don't go my way is I know for a fact that the plans that God have for me are not to destroy me but to prosper me. So if certain things don't go my way and these are things that are maybe depressing me, they're stressing me, I always pray to God and I tell him, say, why are these things happening to me? And trust me, if you pray, God will always tell you to say, these things happened for you so that you shouldn't maybe get destroyed or anything bad to happen to you. Because trust me, there's always a reason why certain things are happening to you.
Exactly.
And if you pray, I always, because prayer has helped me a lot, yes. So, and if you pray, trust me, there's always a reason. There's always a reason, each and every, be it bad or good, whatever is happening to you, there's always a reason why God is letting those things to happen to you. Because you can be complaining, no, I'm a child of God, but I pray, but why are these things happening? Why was I fired? You never know, maybe there were maybe police officers that were coming, you would have been dead. So I think there's always a reason why everything that happens to us, there's always a reason. So if you pray, I'll continue saying
just a small addition also. I think the circle of friends and the people you hang around with also matters. Because I'll tell you that you can't be a Christian and your circle is involved with non-Christian friends. It means you go a different direction.
Exactly.
I'll give you a practical example of myself. From the time I was an outer boy, all the friends that I have are former ABC. And from childhood, all the friends that I have, like from the time I was an outer boy, they're the same friends.
Okay.
And there are times when I'm just seated alone. I mean, this is not the way you know you. You understand? But when maybe I'm just tired and exhausted, and my friends will say, this is not the way this person is. Because he said most of us who were brought up in the 90s, we couldn't. So it also triggered the particular aspect. So sometimes we are very few of us in this generation that are close to our relatives.
Exactly.
Because of so I think having a proper circle is very important, because when you have got friends who go to church, they will encourage you. Boy, take up church. And the way God works is very fun. The day you go to church and you are going through that process, we better not Bamba preaching about this.
They just complaining. No, they actually have people to talk to.
No, we don't
have the right people in the second. They like saying, no, us are always abandoned.
No, what I mean.
But you actually have people to talk to.
What I mean, look, let me explain. What I mean is this. When you have a right circle, we're friends, like as guys. Like friends, the way friends, we can sit as friends and chat from 6 a.m. to 6 in the evening. But the moment like the way they know me, Aubrey is a loud guy. And the moment I just from nowhere na boy achi yodena pana karazi. 30-50 minutes akama kapani simu ya mkono. 40 minutes akama mchanshishika, you know what's wrong? It's not the way you know you. You know, but even amongst a circle of friends, it's not that I may open up to them. Because out of them, some of them are mature enough to understand my situation, some are not. But the fact that they care about me, but guy and guy, okay. Zabora mood.
Yeah.
Guy Zabora mood. That because of the friends who care. And when they see me drive off, I'll tell you simple things like going to church. They are around with my friends. It's a crime when you don't go to church. 2 days.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes. Why you go to church every day? When I say now can I you pass the and they'll come and pick you and then you go. And no matter how you want to drive off, definitely you're going to win. So I think circle helps.
Yes.
Having the right people in your
circle. Now, we have a lot of pressure, you know, that leads to maybe unstableness of mental well-being. And most of the times you'd find that maybe it's family pressure. You know, there's that thing whereby maybe you're in school and family expects you to be there, you know, doing well and stuff like that. Yeah, so now, how well does a family, or what role should family play when it comes to that? Because we talk of expectations. You'd find that maybe you're not doing well in school. And so my parents can be the you've always been like this. Maybe who primary, you know, you're always down like that. How well can family come in just to like help out, or the response to that?
So for me, I feel like family should be a safe space.
Exactly.
But sadly, like he said, we grew up, I'm not from the 90s, by the way. Yeah. We grew up in a home where you really don't even have somebody that you can talk. You can literally cry the whole night. You have to watch the like. It's not
Fact.
Yeah. Wow. Whether you're depressed, yeah. This is the reason why I think we had cases of not so long ago where children were being raped in the house because they don't really have somebody that can open up to. So it's really hard for us to like even open up like that. But family should be the first place where you feel safe. But sadly, but for me, I make sure to say, if anything happens, me, I'm everyone's go-to. Especially my nieces and everyone. Like, I'm everyone's go-to. They will come to me, no, this is what is, if they're being bullied at school, because, you know, this is something that is common. Especially, yes, they're being bullied at school. I'm their go-to person, and I feel so happy that I've made that environment like that for them.
Sweet.
My brother will come and so knows that teacher school. Like, so family should be like that. Should be when you're depressed and not feeling fine, you should be able to explain to them, Mommy, this is what I'm going through. Or when you had break, Mommy, this is what happened. I know that can happen, but yeah. Yeah, it should be like that. Family should be the first place where you feel safe. I don't trust friends because, but family, yes.
Yeah. Seems like you're very bad at friends.
A very bad one.
I think in as much as our families are not so conversant with mental health, I think as mental health advocates, we need to promote more about mental health awareness.
Exactly.
So that this, because you know our parents were from in the 80s and they didn't grow up with mental health. They don't even, this is why even if you're passing through a breakup,
Well, then that's the way to works.
is that your breakup yakopano? You know, is that your heartbreak yakopano? So I think we need to promote more about mental health awareness so that our parents and us, upcoming parents, we need to do better. We honestly need to do better.
Exactly.
We need to be better parents. So also in the way we can promote this is our priests also can actually help us during their homilies. They can make sure they talk about mental health awareness so that parishioners out there can know to say there's a thing called mental health. It's not so common. There are not a lot of people that know about mental health. So we can have such kind of discussions. We can promote them. So that people out there can understand what mental health is about, you know. So our family members back home can also understand to say, okay, when some of the things that we also miss out on are the signs when somebody's having a mental breakdown. We don't know those. You see, I'll give you an example. If somebody was very social, you see the way Aubrey is, he's very loud, he's very outgoing, he likes being around people. So the moment you realize to say his socialness is going down, you need to know to say there's a problem. There is a problem there. That's also a sign of mental health problems. You know, you're constantly stressed, you're having anxiety, panic attacks, you're failing to sleep, you don't eat anymore, loss of appetite. All those are signs of mental health problems. Some people go through them and they actually don't even know to say they are going through them. I am going through a mental breakdown and I don't know myself to say I am going through because I do not know the signs that are associated with mental breakdown. Yeah.
I think family. Basically, I think I deliberately said that some of us were born in the 90s because I think our generation was totally different, and I think the next generation shouldn't be like us. Because we grew up in a space where the Mamuna Samalila slogan came from.
Exactly.
Grew up in a space whereby girl children were abused without knowing. Because an African child doesn't learn without a whip. However, like Tasha had said, family should be the first place to run to. But we can't go in the past because the past already, there's a difference in generations. But I'll give you a practical example of certain things. Cheapest example, I'll tell you, yes. In fact, teenage pregnancies. When you compare it's rare that you find teenage pregnancies. But when you go you discover the numbers are high.
Actually,
the difference is this. I came to discover something. There's this family I know, and their mother would like have a conversation with the girl, say, mommy want to go out, okay? Where are you going? I know maybe I'm going to watch Fali Pupa. Who are you going with? I know I'm going with Aubrey. Okay. That's the number I'm going Aubrey. I'm like, oh, bruh, my daughter wants to go out with you. So. So I in the number one. What I expect my daughter to be back at 19 o'clock. And then you can see that there's a bond and there's and even the girls out do know, mommy has trusted me to go out. She would, it's like there's that openness. So even if I go somewhere with her and there's something that I do that's contrary to her, she'll come and tell mommy where I went, Obi did this, or maybe Obi touched me when he's not supposed to touch me. Exactly. Because there's a bond between mothers and the daughter. So it's a what daddy's girl, and daddy can never have a conversation with a girl. In as much as daddies love girls, they can never be that connection of certain things. And then the funny thing also is the way boys are brought up. Because I'm supporting boys, but the way boys are brought up, there's a situation whereby you, as you are growing up and you're reaching puberty, there's a conversation that you have with female parents. They tell you on how to handle yourself hygienically and everything else. To boys, it doesn't work like that. Wow. I love
the fact that we have a gent to talk for the boys. So we're balanced.
You remember? Garage. All the peas and the boys' room. Boys' room. So psychologically, there's never that conversation, that space. But I think family, as we are now starting off, we know that triggers, so we should be the ones to talk about it more, so that at least the next generation should not be like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Lovely. Okay, so now 2 questions before we conclude, guys. Yeah. Let's talk of social media. Most of the times you'd find that a lot of youths have found social media as a relief. But how well are we using social media? Because social media has changed how sometimes a youth can feel about themselves. There's that pressure by, okay, you see your friends' apartments and you feel like you are left out. You see your friends, posing in good restaurants and the like. So now mentally now you start thinking, maybe I'm, what am I not doing? Imagine my age mates are there, they're building, they're doing what and stuff like that, and you end up doing something that you're not supposed to do. So how well can you use social media? How well can you maintain the usage of this digital thing? And you as a Christian also spiritually, how do they balance? How can you balance both?
Okay, so for social media, the first thing is, when you see the things that are being posted are getting to your head, you need to reduce on screen time.
Yeah.
Just reduce on screen time. Tell yourself to say, okay, if I'm going to be on Facebook, I'm just, if you're on Facebook the whole day, you start reducing slowly. To say, okay, replace that screen time with something else.
Oh, yeah.
You can start reading. You read, you start exercising, you find a different hobby. You can start writing.
Exactly.
Find something that's going to replace that time that you spend on social media with something else. If you can't do that, at least follow pages or people that are going to inspire you. Don't follow people that are going to put pressure on you.
Exactly.
Because remember, Tasila, I said you need to know yourself. When you know yourself, trust me, there's nothing on this earth that's going to move you.
Exactly.
If you see me in whatever car, if you know yourself to say, this is me, these are my goals, this is my what. Even if you see me in a big, nice car, you're not going to be moved.
Exactly.
Because you know yourself. You know you have your own destiny, you have your own goals. So like that, you know yourself, you reduce screen time, find different hobbies, find something else to do, so that you just take your mind off social media. Social media is good, it can also be bad.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing to say it's not working for you, it's more on the bad side, find something else.
Exactly.
Replace it with something else.
Okay, beautiful. I love that point. I think you've cleared everything that we've heard. Yeah. So now, lastly, guys, as we say our goodbyes, in case somebody has just joined us, what's your advice to those that don't believe maybe in opening up? How well can they open up and just accept last few words from each?
All right. You want to start?
No, you can start.
But like complaining.
And how can we break down the stigma? Because most of people don't really accept because of stigma. So how best can we break that stigma?
So for me, firstly, I'll say it's okay not to be okay.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to feel ashamed to say, okay, I'm depressed, my parents died, and I keep on posting this on my status. Like, people heal differently. For me, when I feel hurt, you see something on my status and it will tell you, okay, Chiza is not okay. That's me. And a lot of people like talking about it. No, you like posting things when you're not okay. And that's my way of healing.
Oh yeah.
I'll post the way I'm feeling. If I'm not feeling okay, I miss the person that I'll post on my status. If you don't want to view, don't view. Because I believe it's okay not to be okay.
Exactly.
And how can we break the stigma? Everybody goes through something. Don't say bad. That's
true.
At the end, some people moving. So you don't really have to feel bad to say, okay, I've been depressed for. Like, take your time. Take your time. You have all the time in the world to heal. Don't rush it. Let healing take its process. If it takes 3 years, it's okay. But you eventually heal and pray.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm going to focus on the stigma, breaking the stigma. I think the first thing that we're supposed to do is educate the people out there about mental health.
Okay.
When the people out there know that there's something about mental health, people are going to come out more and talk about it more. The second thing is we can lead by example. If I open up, you see, I talk about my problems openly, someone is going to gain inspiration from that and say, if Mutale can go through this, she survived, she healed, what about me? So you see, if I lead by example, I'm going to inspire another person to also open up and start their healing journey. Also, we can also pray for them. Did you know that there's a saint for mental health illness?
Oh,
Actually a saint.
No, I didn't know.
Dimfnya. She
Ah.
was a lady, Saint Dimfnya.
Okay.
Yes, so we can actually pray for people to her.
Okay.
The patron saint to intercede for us so that the stigma can be broken in our communities.
Okay.
There's a reason why we have a saint for mental health.
Lovely, lovely.
Yes.
Quickly, me, not being the man. I think for me, as a church, we have a lot of work to do to break the stigma. First thing is we need to talk about it as a church. I was very disappointed that June is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay.
June, and the only parish I don't know if anyone else had that had a mental health awareness event was St. Francis de Sales. And it was an all boys conversation, and I can tell you the things that came out of that conversation. You can be shocked.
Wow.
So I think us through the youth ministries, because the people who are going through a lot of these breakdowns are the youths. So through our youth ministries and through the parish priest, we can deliberately put in a program that will talk about that, and I think that's going to break the stigma. Thank you.
Okay. I guess the joint has just concluded for us. It's been a lovely conversation, and thank you so much that you joined us on this lovely topic about mental well-being and spirituality. Well, do remember to join us until again next time on our next episode. For now, it is goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.